Welcome back, everybody. Matt and I'm back here. Hope you're all doing well. So, the final movie of 2022 I saw on New Year's Eve, and that was Puss and Moose. This is the spin-off of the Shrek universe that we were introduced to Puss and Boots in Shrek 2 back in 2004. Then they actually did the first Puss in Boots movie all the way back in 2011 when I was still in college. And now we got the long-awaited sequel that has been a continuation of 2022 long-awaited sequels from Top Gun to Hocus Pocus to Disenchanted to Avatar. Why not Pussy? I mean, Puss in Boots. Long awaited. No waiting. So yeah, Puss in Boots. I'm sorry. I had to go there. Couldn't help it. Puss in Boots, a memorable character from the Shrek 2. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta hold my tongue. So, I was not looking forward to this movie. In fact, I'll be honest, it never came on my radar at all. Not to mention, about a couple months ago, I literally thought this movie already came out, and it was like a direct-to-streaming on maybe like Hulu or something, because we had a trailer, and that was it. Like, no marketing. I don't even know if they put out a poster for this movie. I literally thought this movie already came out. And it wasn't until about a week and a half ago that I started seeing some early reviews. And people that I follow, other podcasters that I follow, who got to see an early screening, and they said, no, this is great. Like, legit, like, wow. Like, up there with the first and second Shrek movies. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. You got Antonio Banderas back, obviously, which is, once again, a character. He basically, I mean, this is Zorro, but in cat form. So, Selma Hayek is back. And, you know what, I was like, you know what? I'm a fan of the first two Shrek movies. I think those are some of the best animated movies in the past 20 years. The adult humor in those Shrek movies is, in the first two at least, is unbelievable. I still remember being in 5th grade when that first Shrek movie came out, or just graduating 5th grade, because it came out like Memorial Weekend of 2001. And I was at my friend's birthday party, Daniel, and, you know, he was like, my friend Daniel was like, yeah, we saw that Shrek movie. I hadn't seen it yet. I didn't see Shrek until it came out on DVD. And guess what, people? Shrek 1 was my first ever DVD that I bought. And here it is. First ever DVD. I still own it to this day. Yep. Here it is. Shrek-a-doo-doo. So anyway, I was at my friend's house for his birthday, and he kept saying, oh yeah, I saw that Shrek movie. And the mom was like, oh, that movie was awful. Awful, awful movie. I cannot believe they made that geared towards kids. And I'm like, it's PG. It's an animated movie. What do you mean? Why did they gear it towards kids? It's a kids movie. No? Well, I didn't see it in the first Shrek in theaters. This is one of those movies I just bought. And I got a DVD player, my first DVD player to put in my room, and Shrek just came out. I was like, hey, let's get that. It's a kids movie. Well, I watched that movie. I didn't get about half the stuff in that movie. Then I got a little bit older. Then I went back and watched Shrek again. And then I realized, now I know why that mother did not like that movie. The amount of adult humor in that movie, well, first of all, it's going to go over every kid's head. So right there. The adults are going to get it. The kids, not at all. Just like that scene with the Robin Hood and the Men in Tights. They do that little sing-along. And she likes to give head. Obviously, a kid in 5th grade is not going to know what that means. Now, a teenager and an adult are going to go, no. No. Is Robin Hood talking about the princess giving a blowjob? Oh boy. There's a whole kind of another movie. And guess what? The humor worked perfectly. And I was looking at more stuff in like the second one with Pinocchio and his nose growing. That had a whole other meaning for adults. So yeah, the first 2 Shrek movies, great. The last 2 Shrek movies, horrible. Fun fact, who was the actor that was supposed to do the voice of Shrek before Mike Myers? Chris Farley. Chris Farley was on board to do the voice of Shrek for many years, and then his untimely death, he was not able to do the voice of Shrek. Too bad. But anyway, going into Puss in Boots: The Lost Wish, listen, this was not on my radar. It's nothing. Well, let me tell you, this is by far one of the best animated movies of the year. Between this and Netflix's Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro, sorry Pixar, you really lost this year. DreamWorks and Netflix won. I love the animation in this movie. It has a nice blend of different variations of animation, different techniques, if you will. You got the normal CG animation from like the other Puss in Boots and Shrek movies. Then they do like, some of it is also like a painterly look to it. And that looks really good and beautiful to look at. Then they also use some technique that they used in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That animated film with a lot of some of the action moments. Overall, the animation in here is beautiful to look at. I like the use of creativeness with the different types of animations they can use. So the animation here, spot on. The voice cast. Once again, we got Antonio Banderas is back. Great. Selma Hayek. Great. We got some new additions. We got like Florence Pugh playing Goldilocks. We got John Mulaney doing the voice of the Big Bad Wolf, and I'm going to get to him. We got Olivia Colman playing one of the 3 bears. We got Ray Winstone doing the voice of another bear in the movie. So yeah, the voice cast here is excellent. Then we got, the movie's hilarious. This movie has a lot of humor throughout the movie. I love how they use like adult stuff. Like, instead of actually cussing, they have the characters cuss. And, like, the little... But when they are about to cuss, they use the little bleep. You know, bleep. You mother... Bleep. You stupid motherfucker... Ah! Bleep. And as an adult, we're laughing. I know what they're actually saying. So it's actually kind of good to get away with that PG rating, but still find a way to put in those cuss words. And then there are other, little funnier gags in the movie, of course. So overall, once again, a funny movie, just like the original Shrek movies. The villain. I want to applaud DreamWorks for finally giving us a scary villain. This wolf is scary. He has big red eyes. The way they animate him and shoot him and shot compositions, scary, dark. He is known as Death. Yes, Death. The villain is Death. He's coming for Puss and Boots. And he's terrifying. He is scary. And I applaud DreamWorks because finally I feel like, lately in animated films, you don't really get that scary villain like we used to have in the 80s and 90s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s with Disney. When we used to be scared of, in Snow White and the Witch, do you want an apple? Or Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty, the animated one, not the live action one, or Scar in The Lion King. We used to be scared of those animated villains. And this is finally where I'm watching this movie as an adult. I'm like, okay, that is scary. And I'm an adult. And I'm like, that is scary. And then using him as Death, coming to kill Puss in Boots for a children's movie. I like what you're doing, DreamWorks. I like it a lot. Keep it up. So the villain, memorable villain, really like the villain here. Well, again, just like the Shrek movies, the twist on the fairy tale characters, I like that. Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and a nice twist to that. Like the Big Bad Wolf, nice little twist to that. It worked in the overall Shrek universe in that way. I like how this movie actually deals with characters. There's real character development. There's real time spent with the characters in this movie, not just Puss in Boots. He has a moral dilemma. This feels like a western of like Unforgiven or Logan, if you will, where the last ride, the last hurrah. But in this time, it's not like the last hurrah in terms of, in a way, he does retire. He retires because he's down to his last life. He's already used 8 lives. This is in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. So he's like, I'm going to retire, so that way I don't die. I still have one more life. And, of course, he has to be brought back in. Kind of like the westerns of old. He retire, but then they got to come back for that last, for that last ride. But not only in Puss in Boots, you do it, Selma Hayek's Kitty Softpaws, not Goldie Hawn, the actress, Goldilocks, a lot of Goldie. And Goldie, she has an interesting and very thoughtful, heartwarming character development. This little new character, this little dog, he has a little bit character, heartwarming. And even the villain at one point, I'm like, wow, you guys really developed and really push, some ethical and moral dilemmas with these animated characters that you don't really see in animated films. So, at least not these days, I feel like, unless it's a Pixar movie. So I was really impressed by that too. This movie movie's only an hour and 40 minutes. I think there's only one time in the whole movie for like a 5-second scene, like at the end when you think it's ending, but then there's another scene when it goes on for like 5 seconds. That's the only time I thought, oh, we're still going. Overall, for an hour and 40-minute movie, it flies by. Loved it. So overall, I would actually give this movie a 5 out of 5. No joke. And not only would I give this movie a 5 out of 5, but I am looking forward to the next movie in the Shrek universe. Whether it's a new Shrek, whether it's a new Puss in Boots movie, I'm in. Not only that, but recently Antonio Banderas said he would love to do another Zorro movie. Zorro. And you know what? After seeing Puss in Boots, he said he would love to do one where he comes back and passes the torch to another Zorro person. kind of like the first one where Anthony Hopkins passed the torch to him. I have to say, after seeing this Puss in Boots movie, I would love to see a new Zorro movie to wrap up the Antonio Banderas Zorro trilogy. That would be fun. Bring back Catherine Zeta-Jones, you know, have a good villain, have someone to come in and pass the torch. I have an actor in mind, Noah Centineo. I think he would be perfect. But yeah, this movie, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, actually got me wanting another Puss in Boots movie, or another Shrek movie, or a new Zorro film with Antonio Banderas. Not bad at all. So let me know in the comments below, did you see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? The Last Wish. 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 Or not, or if you did, what do you think of it? Do you like it? Did you not? Do you want to see more Shrek movies in the Shrek universe? Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Bat here.